Hello guys, welcome back to Civil Engineering YouTube channel. Please subscribe our channel for daily civil engineering videos. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss the minimum thickness of the beams. There are different types of the beam and there are different values for each type of the beams. And these are the minimum thickness or the minimum depth for the beams. So in this lecture, we are considering the American Concrete Institute Code 318.14 according to this code and the table 9.3.1.1. You can find the table for the minimum thickness of the beams. So let's consider the first table shows the first column shows the support type, which type of the beam it is, and the shape. The second column and the third column shows the minimum thickness for each type of the beam. Now it is a simply supported beam, so when it is a simply supported beam and simply supported beam of length L, where L is the effective length of the beam, so the minimum thickness will be H. The minimum thickness or depth of the beam will be L by 16, where L is the effective length. L is the effective length of the beam. There is a difference between the effective length and the clear length. Now let's consider this is the column, and let's consider this the beam on the top of the column. So in case of the effective length, it is the length between the center of the column. So this length is known as the effective length because it is the distance between the center of the columns. So if you see here, this is the center of the column and this is the center of the column, and the distance between these two center of the column is known as the effective length. So here we are using the effective length or effective span, whereas the simple distance between the two columns is known as the clear length or the clear span. This is only the distance between the two columns. So it should be kept in mind that this length is the effective length for determining the minimum thickness for these all type of the beams. Now for the cantilever case, when we have cantilever, we have like this shape of the beam where one end is fixed and the other end is free end. So for this we can find the minimum thickness of the beam by this formula, L by 8. L is the effective length for this beam, and divided by 8, which is a constant factor, we can find the minimum thickness of the beam required according to the ACI 318.14. Now when it is a one end continuous beam, it means that it is continuous on the one side. So in case of the one end continuous beam, the minimum thickness will be equal to the L divided by 18.5. When it is both end continuous beam, it means it is a beam with both ends are continuous. So it will be like this. This end is continuous and also this end of the beam is also continuous. So the minimum thickness will be equal to the L divided by 21, where L is the effective length of the beam. Here L is also the effective length of the beam. So this is the way how to find out the minimum thickness for 4 different types of the beam. Now it should be kept in mind that these all formulas is only applicable to the when the Fy, the yield strength of the steel bar, is equal to the 420 megapascal. This is very important that all these formulas are only valid when the yield strength of the steel bar used in the beam is 420 megapascal. When it is other than the 420 megapascal, then you should multiply all these values with H, this H, this H, this H, and this H should be multiplied with 0.4 plus Fy divided by 700. If you have, let's suppose, not the 420 megapascal steel strength, then we have to multiply this strength, this depth of the beam with the 0.4 plus Fy yield strength of the steel bar and 700 divided by 700. So you should multiply this value with all the H in order to find out the minimum thickness of the beam for this steel values that is not equal to 420 megapascal. If it is 420 megapascal, then we simply have to use these values. But if it is not 420 megapascal, then we have to multiply it with this factor. Hope you guys understand, and don't forget to subscribe our channel for daily civil engineering videos. Thank you for watching our video.